Hi, I'm Dr. Jim Siebert. It's time for our tropical forecast here on YouTube. Let's take a look what's going on out in the Atlantic Sea Basin. Still pretty quiet for most areas. Nothing going to be organized. It's been coming off of Africa. We see quite a bit of convection right now. But again, if you look carefully how these storms are coming off and then the winds are blowing back onto shore. So we're starting to see that seasonal change with the winds. Nothing going to be happening way out there. Now, as we come on in to the Caribbean, things are quiet. In the Gulf of Mexico, you see this line right here. That is associated with the strong front that came through the Houston area yesterday, and that's all going to be pushing away from us. So none of that is going to become organized either, and you can see the showers now pushing off from Florida into the Atlantic. But if you also notice, it's all kind of associated with that line, so it's a straight line kind of a situation with that cold front. Now, it's still interesting up here. This is the one area that the National Hurricane Center is tracking. This is that nor'easter that brought all kinds of problems to the northeast, but now this is pulling away. So Halifax to St. John's, it's now moving away from the U.S., and you can see down here to the east of it where we've got strong convection ahead. So what the Hurricane Center is still thinking is the same sort of process that they had over the last couple of days. So between now and the next 2 days, really only a 10% chance that anything might form, but it goes to 30% once this low comes over here and ties into this instability, which might actually kind of give it a little more push. I mean, think about it. The low is spinning counterclockwise here, and as it runs into this jet stream, if you want to call it that, that's going to just sort of give it another spin. And so as it crosses that, we could see some development. At this point, though, it's only a 30% chance. And we're talking about mostly subtropical, not tropical in nature, because the water temperatures are cooling now up here. So it's really the structure of how the storm itself forms. But it would still be producing winds 30, 40, 50 miles per hour. So, yeah, again, does it really matter with the structure? I mean, it does as far as hurricanes, maybe not so much for the National Hurricane Center or whether it's subtropical or not. Chances are, if they can name it, they probably will, which would be Wanda. So they'd finish the list, which would make, you know, so it would say, well, we've had that above average season, even though several of these storms were subtropical in nature. But I guess that counts, so we're going to keep our eye on that. It's moving away from the U.S., so it's not really going to have any influence at all. So it's kind of semantics as far as, well, okay, it's a storm out in the Atlantic. Does it count? Well, I guess it will count if it does officially become Wanda. So that's the forecast for today. We will see you next time.